A topic which we explored in MDP was disruptive technologies and the risks that they can bring. Companies have changed how they operate due to the advancements in technology. Whilst this has improved how businesses operate, it does pose some risks. Therefore, the role of businesses in society is to make sure that the advancements in technology does not become harmful for society. Technology has provided companies and consumers with many benefits, such as creating efficiency and higher productivity. Whilst on the other hand, it can provide a distraction for people as we are constantly looking at our phones. This means that there are less personal interactions in society, for example, self-checkouts at the shops and automated phone systems. Additionally, debit cards now have contactless payments, which allow you to pay without a PIN code. Whilst this creates convenience for the consumer, it also poses a risk for people to get scammed. Therefore, businesses need to make sure they are keeping on top of these risks.
Corporate social responsibility is the expectations placed on organisations by society, so that can include a lot of different things, such as a company's ethical stance, legal obligations that the company have to work with, as well as environmental protection. Corporate social responsibility is very important to organisations for a number of reasons. Firstly, companies can cause a lot of problems in maintaining their business. They therefore must have to solve them in an ethical way, which will hopefully prevent them from arising again in the future, if they sort out there and then. Also, another one is large corporations rely on funding and publicity gained from society and stakeholders. Therefore, they must take into account their interests and try and work with them as well. So also, corporate social responsibility isn't solely about giving to charity. That's a lot of people's thoughts. It's also about, obviously every business strives to make a profit, and corporate social responsibility shouldn't stop that, as said in many people's views, but it should just be about connecting with their employees and everyone in the workforce to try and produce a positive impact in society.
The 2008 crisis of the economy is considered to be the most detrimental of market crashes since the Great Depression. The event was easily foreseeable according to the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission, with many warning signs of an incoming collapse of the market. These symptoms included managers giving out excessive loans with a focus on the short-term reward of profit as opposed to the long-term effects, the mishandling of loan and repayment information, and banks forcing the pricing of houses upwards. The problem was named the credit crunch, and banks were held responsible for making too much money too fast. Going forward, the corporations responsible were obligated to acknowledge their responsibility to society. Solutions to the crisis include increased regulation of the finance industry, as well as the resolution of companies to improve their management. The role of business in society is to contribute toward the creation of a steady and reasonably reliable financial market. The credit crunch is an example of the banks failing to perform in a responsible way and ignoring their duties to society.
Another role of a business in society is to negotiate well with other businesses. A negotiation is defined as a process where each party involved in negotiations tries to gain an advantage for themselves by the end of the process. In many ways, negotiation is intended to aim at compromise, and the reasons that businesses turn to negotiate is that it is a primary method of alternative dispute resolutions, as it more often than not satisfies individual interests. Good negotiations are important in society as they help build good, healthy relationships, deliver lasting quality solutions, while also helping to avoid future conflicts and problems.